It's very common to find numbered lists on construction drawings. In the past, it was always a headache to add or remove items from a numbered list because it meant a lot of manual renumbering. Well, that's not the case anymore because all of the lists in AutoCAD are fully automated and easy to change. In this lesson, we're going to learn how to create a numbered list. On my screen, I have a drawing of a split rail fence detail, and I would like to add a list of notes to this drawing. Now, I've already given myself some space over here to the right, and I'm practicing good form. I've created a layer for my notes, and I've also created a text style. To create my list, I'm going to use multi-line text. I'll click to set the first corner, and then I'll move down and I'll click to set the size of my column. Let's zoom in a little bit, and I'll start entering my notes. I'll type notes, I'll press enter, I'll add my first number, and here's the trick to creating a numbered list. Press the Tab key after placing the number, and that signifies to AutoCAD that you're creating a list. I will then add my note. And when I press enter, notice that AutoCAD adds the next number for me, as well as adjusting the formatting and word wrap. Now all I have to do is keep adding my notes, and AutoCAD will take care of everything else. Now that I'm finished adding my notes, I'm going to make a couple of formatting changes of my own. First, I'm going to select this text, and then I'll underline it, and then I'm going to click and hold on this diamond, and I'll make my column a little bit wider. When I'm finished, I'll click on Screen to close the editor. Now, let's take a look at how easy it is to change a numbered list. I'll start by double-clicking on the text. This brings back the editor, and let's say I'd like to add a note. To do that, I'll click to place my cursor at the end of my last note, and then I'll press enter, and AutoCAD picks up right where we left off. Now, maybe I'd like to remove a note, maybe one of these notes in the middle of the list. To do that, I'll select the text, and then I'll press the delete key, and then I'll press backspace a couple times to remove the number, and notice how AutoCAD renumbers the list for me. Now, this text is kind of close together. Maybe I'd like to add some space between these notes. Let me show you how we can do that. You might think that we could click at the end of a note and then press enter. Unfortunately, AutoCAD thinks we want to add another note. Now, I can press backspace to remove this number, and this is actually what I want, but let me show you a faster way to create a blank space. Place your cursor at the end of a note, and then hold down your Shift key and press enter. I'm going to add a few more spaces to this list, and when I'm finished, I'll click on Screen to close the editor. Let's try something else. I'm going to double-click to select the text, and maybe I don't want this to be a numbered list. Maybe I'd like it to be a bulleted list. To make that change, I'll click, hold, and drag, and I'll select my text, and then I'll move up to the paragraph panel, and I'll click the bullets and numbering icon. This controls the type of list that I have. I will then come down and select bulleted from the menu, and if I don't like this look, I can always come back and click the icon, and maybe I'd like this to be a lettered list, and I'd like the letters to be uppercase. As you can see, AutoCAD lists are very flexible. Creating and editing a list is as easy as using your favorite word processing program.